Well, great morning, everyone. Here we are, another day. Oh, my goodness. Well, Trump is the biggest hate speech person out there. But nobody can criticize him. Like I said, he took Kimmel off not because of Charlie Kirk. It's because Kimmel and the rest of them are making fun of him because he's a loser, okay? So like I said, he's just using the Kirk thing to crack down. But he was caught on a hot mic. When he goes out there and says they've got the lowest ratings, no, they've got great ratings, much better ratings than he ever had, and so he's so jealous he can't see straight. But let's see what the cards have to say about this. What about Trump and this free speech crackdown he's trying to do? Now, I guess they're doing something in the House or the Senate to try to guarantee free speech, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, this is the difficulty now, the cross to bear. About the cross to bear. When it comes to him trying to control everything. He'd think he's got the right to control everything. He can say whatever he wants. You had this one on Fox News. They went out there and said they should just give lethal injections and kill the homeless. Did they go after him? No, not a peep, not a word. But yet Jimmy Kimmel, they took off the air. And he said, nothing major, nothing major. So let's see the energy coming into it. What's being cut? And it's about the messages, the emotional messages that are being fed, that are being put out there. He wants to control any message. So what's going on now? Yeah, he's in his delusion, the moon, what he's working on, because it's painful to his little brain cells. They're so mean to me. And they're all supposed to be kissing my ring. They're all supposed to be lining up and kissing my ass bite. And they're not doing it. And I'm the president. I'm the most powerful person on the planet. Yeah. So the challenge is, what's key? Well, what's key is freedom of speech. Yeah, he feels embattled. The key is he feels embattled, and he's going out to war against people. Potential outcome, an ending. An ending. And being out in the cold, okay? Now, I think the one that's ending and out in the cold is Trump, because free speech is guaranteed in the Constitution. So let's look at the outside influence here real quick. The outside influence is the marriage, contracts, marriage. Yeah, when it comes to compassion, when it comes to taking the lid off, and underneath of it we have the world, friends of the world, friends. Okay, the faithful. The faithful. The world is not going to let him get away with just railroading free speech. Now, he was over in England, and they were razzing him, putting up the Epstein things, okay? Now, 4 people got arrested for it, but they still did it. They put it up there. So let's do a clarifying read and just see what else it has to say on this. So let me shuffle these cards up again. And we'll look and see what the clarifying read has. But this is, he's not going to get away with this. Okay? He may get him off for a short time, but he's not going to get away with being able to curtail free speech like this. Where he's the most heinous, he's got the most foul mouth I've ever seen. It's okay for him, not okay for anybody else. Why don't they go after Trump? So this is the fight that's being engaged in now. The struggle. Above it, yeah, we have the wealthy. You know, Trump thinks if you're wealthy, if you're in that position, that fight, you can get away with it. But it's painful, okay? It's painful. His little sensibilities are hurt. So one side of it, things are up in the air when it comes to this. Above it, yeah, this is what's being birthed, what's coming down now. Foundation, it's an abuse of power, 100%. An abuse. Oop. And it's being looked into deeper. They're investigating what's up in the air, what he's trying to bring into an America, which is an abuse of power. It's about, here we go again, another concrete happening, starting point. Above it, what's being built, what they're constructing. Foundation, what's being juggled. When it comes to the painful abuse of power. And the Magatonians. Looking into this Magatonian uber-right abuse of power. And again, what he's trying to control. What he's trying to control when it comes to the speech that's being put out there with their anti-Christian crap that they're doing, okay? Because he's facing a loss. Facing a loss. Doesn't like what's being presented. But the wheel is turning on what he's trying to get away with. And it's coming to a tower moment. Okay? Looking deeper into the dark to shed some light on his attempted manipulation. Okay? So this is just not going to go by the wayside. He's not going to just write an executive order or just continue to pressure ones to get rid of people that he doesn't like. Because he doesn't like what they said about him. Okay? He's a criminal, a pedophile, a liar, a thief, money launderer. He needs to be taken down on RICO, running a criminal enterprise, because he has done things, making backdoor deals. Okay? And I'm sure that something else is going to come out about Epstein and money and Trump. Okay? Epstein, money, and Trump. It's going to be even worse for him than the pedophile charges. Okay? More is yet to be coming out, and he is terrified of that and trying to shut everybody up. But it's not going to work. Okay? It's not going to work. It just shows that he's running scared. Okay? It shows what he is. He can dish it out, but he can't take it. He's a little whiner. Okay, he's a whiner. He's a disgusting, perverted whiner who's gotten away with stuff for way too long. And people need to stand up and say enough is enough is enough. So on that note, I'll leave that here. What do you see, Mr. Mickey? What's out there? What do you see, Mick Mick? Look at that face. Mickey Mick Mick. Hey, Bruiser, tough guy. What do you see out there? Yeah, it's been raining, so it's wet out there. He goes, I'm not going out there and getting my paws wet. I don't think so. Miss Lily's on the other side over here. But, yeah, this is not going to stand. Okay? You could tell, again, how much he really, Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to go speak at his funeral and all of this, and he's such a great guy, and lowered the flags to half-mast. And did you see? They're building that great ballroom now. Yeah, like I said, he doesn't give a rat's ass about Charlie Kirk or any of that. It was just an excuse to try to clamp down on things so he wouldn't hear them talking about himself. Because that's all he cares about. He cares about one, and one only, and that's Donald J. Trump. That's all he cares about. Okay? He doesn't care about anybody else, anything else, protecting himself. And everybody's got to bow down to this image he's trying to create of himself, which is so phony and bogus. Okay? He's a hateful, despicable, miserable little worm of a man. He's the maggot that feeds on dead flesh. Okay? So on that note, I'll leave that here. You can tell how high regards I hold him. A maggot that feeds on dead flesh. Yeah. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online. Oh my goodness. Am I boring you, Mickey? Am I boring you, Mickey Mick? I'm sorry if I'm boring you. Mama teasing you. You're a good boy. You are. He's a good boy. My little security system.